An album a day is my exploration into the Korean music scene. This podcast will cover mainstream, indie, and some underground artists within the scene and provide both factual and opinionated commentary. The biggest benefit to sharing my thoughts this way is that it will hopefully expose you to more great music and exploration of your own. I learned after the fact yesterday, hey everyone, that some of you aren't getting the entire episode on Spotify or on Apple and Google Play. There were some glitches that are going on, not with my recording, but with the actual uploading process to these external platforms, which is interesting because Anchor is owned by one of them. Nonetheless, if you want to hear the full episode that you might have missed yesterday, since we're back on schedule, then you can always go to anchor.fm/A3, and then the word day. And you'll be able to listen to full episodes there without even having to download an app. So today is admittedly better than yesterday. Let's get into talking about it after the drop.
You're tuned into an album a day. Show, start.
Today is admittedly better. It's definitely better because what I'm noticing, yes, you've heard me as recently as the previous episode, harping in pain about the whole ballad experience and whatnot. I can't take the waxing poetically and sounding absolutely miserable about the exploration and experience of love. But what I do definitely love is some good R&B, some good soul. And this group is set to be coming around that bend again where I can get some good R&B from them. So today what we had is May 8th, 2013 release, Thank You. Now, this is an EP. Sorry, I had to catch my breath. This is an EP which charted 19 on the Korean charts, and at the time of this recording has sold 1,266 units. I have this on the A3Day highlight playlist on Spotify, just a couple songs from this, so I definitely hope you check this out. We are skipping the true story. I don't even know if I have the strength to add anything from that. I have to. It's just wrong. If it's an album and it's available to add to the playlist, I need to find at least one thing to share with you all. So, Thank You came off of the YWHO and Happy Face Entertainment labels, and I think this will continuously be the vibe for all of the releases, with the exception of the most recent, which happened in 2017. Nonetheless, this album is really, really nice. Like, I can't even deny it. It doesn't drip itself in pain and suffering. It's a real classic R&B album. On this album, you have, excuse me, what is going on? Acid reflux. Ugh. You have 7 songs, technically 5, because they continue on with the habit of putting instrumentals. That's what I'll do. Revelatory. Yesterday's painful ass album, I'll just grab one of the instrumentals from it. And then you can just listen to the beauty of the piano, because that's what I was really big about. I don't want you sad. I don't need you sad. Maybe you just broke up. Maybe your cat died. Like something, I don't want to put you in the pain. So, 7 songs. It comes in at about 24 minutes, 25 minutes. So it's certainly an EP. It meets the time quantity. And you have your usual, very symphonic, very snazzy, jazzy intro. So it seems to be that they'll go from, let's give you some good vibes that you can just let an album ride, and then let's come back and absolutely stab you. And then we'll come back and like put a Band-Aid on it. We're like the musical Sour Patch Kids. Okay? You can be that. Be that. But like, I can't stress how grateful I am that this was not a back-to-back sad thing. So the album is far more celebratory of the joys of love. And I've been trying with my blind self to read what they've been saying on the front of that album. It looks like a packaged gift. Articulating letters makes it easier to understand what people are saying. That's the English teacher in me. But it's like, thank you for your love. The love makes me singing. Nope, never mind. We're not going to read the cover because there's some problems in there. there's some problems in there. No, I want to explore this. I I want to explore this with you all. Let's if you can hear the little keyboard tapping on my phone, you just accept me for who I am, because I do want to try to read this. I lost my favorite pair of glasses, and that's made life a little hard. Not to say I don't have other glasses, but again, I said my favorite pair. Please. Okay, good. Let's see if we can read this. If you've not been exposed to the magic of Konglish or English, both of which are plays on combining the two languages, like I say Spanglish a lot, this will be a moment for you. Thank you. Thank you for your love. The love makes me singing. Thanks for all the joy you're bringing. So I say thank you for your love, for your all, for giving everything to me. From Shin Young Jae, Wan Ju, and Young Jae. The love makes me singing is the only issue in here, and I'm okay with it. I accept it for who it is. Can't put more on it than it can bear. So this is a nice song. The title track is Thank You. It's snazzy jazzy. It's not as big as one of their prior albums where I said it had a lot of jazz infusion. That's not the case this time. This is a solid R&B album that reflects the time that it was made, which is 2013, but also plays into that classic 1990s style, just with updated instrumentation, updated sound. You can get that old thing back. You can get that feel, that vibe in the way that a song is produced. But you can also get it in the way that the song is composed. I saw this very interesting conversation on Twitter yesterday that I ended up being kind of included in with a DJ just addressing the fact that there's a generalized concern that R&B music is dying. It's losing some of its influences. And I brought to the table that I think a lot of that comes from the fact that mainstream labels are so much more interested in getting that next big hit record, that next big streaming count, than they are quality composition. And some of the things that are reflected in R&B music is you have that chord progression, you have at least some major note that's coming in that third section of the song, either a massive note change by holding a note to show the vocal strength of the performer, or you have a whole chord change. And it's a lot of things that are formulaic that to some extent major labels have abused that formula in search of what gets the money the fastest. But I counter that to say that smaller groups, independent artists, and there's an overabundance of them all over the world. Shout out to us, independent artists, be it bedroom producers such as myself, or those who really do tour their city locally and things of that sort. We're able to cultivate, to create that vibe again of times gone. And what I enjoy when I get to listen to 4 Minute and the albums that they make that don't hurt is that you get that old school vibe back. You get that Western American R&B feel from the 90s that is just extremely enjoyable to hear, even if it is in a different language, doesn't matter. So this is when they excel for me. This is when I'm really excited to hear from them. So with that being said, K-pop fans, on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being essential listening and 1 worth not mentioning, the A3Day ranking for this album is a 4.5. Not perfection. Again, I did throw the word formula in there. It's good for me, most certainly, for me to just press play and let it ride. And there are some distinctions. You still have that solid ballad piece in the middle of the album. But it's an EP and I want a little bit more. But I give this a 4.5 because it could have a little more to it. Not so much a thing of time, just a little bit more of challenging them vocally. I'm starting to notice that it's some limitations in that for them. So this is a 4.5. But I'm jamming to it like it's on the playlist while I'm driving to work today, just so you know. So I will catch you in tomorrow's special episode. We are doing a special episode about what's going on tonight here in the United States, in Houston, our livestock and rodeo show. I would like to say their livestock and rodeo show, but I live here, so our livestock and rodeo show is taking place. And tonight, March 10th, I was about to say February, March 10th, 2020, is the first time in the rodeo's history that a South Korean act is coming to perform. And that act happens to be one of my other favorite groups, NCT 127. So we'll be doing a special episode about them. Some of the members are from Super M. It just feels like the saga never ends between me and the connectivity of this group. So yeah, fun times. I hope you enjoy that tomorrow. I hope I have a good voice for it this evening. And I'll catch you in tomorrow's episode. Bye, y'all.
Your favorite foreign Korean music historian exploring all the industry from A to Z.
There's sponsored ads and social media hashtags, but this show is truly supported by the efforts of my Migualas, the most amazing fan base a little entertainer could ever have. Special shout out to my Patreon patrons, the student body, and the scholars who keep my vision of becoming your favorite Korean music historian exploring all the industry from A to Z a real thing. If you're interested in supporting the growth of this podcast and supporting content, please visit patreon.com/multifacetedacg. And for as little as $1 a month, you can get in on the magic too. Interested in continuing your support at the free $99 price? I love you for it. You can still engage with the show when you retweet, repost, and share the show and use hashtag A3 and the word DAY. You can also tag MULTIFACETEDACG to get my attention. And if you're listening to this podcast on a platform other than Anchor.fm, please leave a few stars or a review to keep things growing in the right direction.